Deep within the tropical rainforest, a streak of luminous green hangs motionless among the branches, as though painted into the forest by nature itself. And the white-lipped pit viper, a master of camouflage born from the emerald shadows, carries its signature pale lip line like a delicate boundary between life and death, beauty and danger. Tonight, follow me into that humid wilderness filled with mystery and hidden movement, where we will explore a life shaped equally by restraint and sudden power. May this tranquil narration drift over you like a cool breeze after rainfall, carrying away the noise of the day and guiding you toward a place of stillness. If death were to wear a color, it might resemble the breathtaking fluorescent green of the white-lipped pit viper. It is never impatient, never reckless. Its entire life is an exercise in waiting for that singular moment when beauty and lethality align with perfect precision. Through its long and solitary meditation within the rainforest, the white-lipped pit viper teaches us the meaning of composure elevated to an art form and accuracy refined into instinct. Allow this story to flow through the quiet hours of the night, loosening your defenses and carrying you into a jungle where tension and serenity coexist, where the heart may rediscover calm amid suspense. Few creatures combine such intense danger with such fragile elegance as the white-lipped pit viper. Its existence is a living interpretation of a simple truth: stillness itself can become power. Behind those calm, watchful eyes lies a profound understanding of the rainforest's unwritten laws and an unwavering devotion to their execution. Tonight, we will not focus on its venom. Instead, we will speak of its presence, the long discipline of waiting and choosing, played out upon rain-soaked branches beneath the canopy. Let this whisper from the rainforest accompany you into sleep, where in absolute silence you may discover both the resilience of life and a beauty too subtle for words. Script_sections. Section_title, Prologue. Content: When mist begins to drift among the ancient trees after rainfall and the scent of wet earth settles across the Amazon, the forest seems to exhale. Yet among the countless shades of green, one luminous presence remains suspended in the shadows with unsettling grace. And the white-lipped pit viper, a creature seemingly painted by nature with its most vivid brush of emerald light, waits quietly among tangled vines and dripping leaves. There, hidden in plain sight, it fulfills a silent contract with survival. And many fear the pale line tracing its lips, seeing it as a warning etched by death itself. Yet to the viper, that distinctive mark is neither threat nor ornament. It is simply part of the discipline that allows it to endure within one of the world's most competitive ecosystems. Contrary to popular belief, it was not born for violence. Its life is devoted to patience, enduring stretches of profound stillness in pursuit of a single flawless moment. People often define it through danger alone, forgetting that beneath its radiant green scales lies a remarkable lesson in restraint, self-control, and the ability to compress desire into absolute focus. And this is not merely a tale of predation. It is the story of how the white-lipped pit viper transforms every breath, every coil, and every sensation into part of a lifelong practice of precision. Tonight, let us set aside fear and instead observe this rainforest dancer, a creature that has elevated stillness into its highest art. As darkness settles beyond your window and your thoughts begin to slow, follow me into this realm of emerald shadows and ancient branches. And may this quiet encounter help you rediscover the strength to remain centered, even in the midst of chaos. Section_title, Chapter 1. Content: His name is a Ching. Within this seemingly endless rainforest, he is only one leaf among millions, yet perhaps the most patient of them all. Na Ching still remembers the first time he truly sensed the harsh order governing the jungle. It was a humid afternoon, and he lay coiled upon a palm frond several meters above the ground, watching an unsuspecting beetle wander nearby. And he did not strike. Instead, something ancient within him whispered a lesson carried through countless generations: the true victor is rarely the fastest, but often the one most willing to endure solitude. And this extraordinary suppression of impulse became the foundation of his existence. He did not compete for fleeting patches of sunlight, nor did he join the frantic pursuits of lesser predators. With every breath, he diminished his presence until he became indistinguishable from the forest itself. And gradually, he came to understand his role. The destiny of the white-lipped pit viper was to become the rainforest's most refined illusionist, concealing brilliant green within deeper green and blending the pale line of his lips into the language of shadows. And by surrendering to the rhythms of the environment, he learned to survive even the most violent rainy seasons. He felt the trembling of flooded soil and heard the heavy sighs of roots drinking from endless storms. And he was doing more than surviving. Through almost obsessive stillness, he was engraving every shift in humidity, every change of wind, and every subtle movement of the forest into his memory. And over the years, Aching became less a creature and more a living coordinate within the ecosystem, a patient witness waiting silently upon the branches for the moment when restraint would finally become action. Title, Chapter 2. Content. As Aching matured, the discipline forged by the rainforest began to gather within him like tension in a drawn bow. Naviri scale seemed to contain stored energy. His once gentle eyes grew sharper with experience, reflecting a deeper understanding of the jungle's invisible currents. And the desire to survive did not fade with age. Instead, it deepened and matured. He no longer required the presence or approval of others, for the rainforest itself had become his companion, his teacher, and his language. And during one particularly severe dry season, he faced a challenge unlike any before. Food grew scarce, water became precious, and survival demanded more than patience, it demanded unwavering composure. And he watched small mammals emerge from hiding, driven by thirst and desperation. Their frantic search for relief revealed a truth he had long understood: panic often defeats life long before danger arrives. In that moment, Aching felt not superiority, but clarity. He realized that the essence of his existence was not feeding or hunting alone. It was maintaining his own rhythm while everything around him rushed toward uncertainty. And through countless trials, he learned to transform himself into a flash of emerald lightning concealed within stillness, ensuring that hesitation disappeared the instant action became necessary. And he was no hero. Yet within a rainforest increasingly shaped by urgency and competition, he became something equally remarkable, a guardian of patience, elegance, and lethal precision. Title, Chapter 3. Content. Time eventually left its mark upon Aching. The brilliant green that once gleamed like polished jade became softer, weathered by years of sunlight, storms, and friction against bark and vine. Knee's eyes, once sensitive to the slightest vibration, now carried a deeper tranquility. They no longer reacted to every disturbance but instead reflected a profound understanding of life's impermanence. And he no longer adjusted his position as frequently as he had in youth. Instead, he chose the shelter of thick branches near the heart of ancient trees, where wind rarely reached and moonlight filtered gently through the canopy. And there he discovered a peace beyond survival. Freed from the relentless demands of competition, he became part of the rainforest itself, a quiet signature left by nature upon the world. None mist-covered morning, Aching settled upon a familiar branch that had carried him through countless storms. He did not choose it to escape, but to complete the journey he had spent a lifetime walking. In that final stillness, his existence blended seamlessly with the textures of earth, bark, and leaf. The union was so complete it seemed as though he had never truly been separate from the forest at all. And the rainforest did not pause. Only tiny raindrops slipped softly from leaves, as though whispering farewell to a dancer whose performance had reached its final bow. And yet the sense of order he embodied, the discipline of maintaining one's boundaries amid turmoil, remained woven into the living fabric of the jungle. And though Aching vanished from sight, he became something larger than memory, a lasting symbol of emerald dignity that no storm could erase. Title, Epilogue. Content. When the final traces of sunlight disappear beyond the rainforest horizon and silence settles once more among the ancient trees, Aching's life sinks gently into the depths of time like a single drop of water returning to the earth. And to tell the story of the white-lipped pit viper is to explore the art of balancing restraint and precision within a restless world. It is a meditation on preserving one's unique identity amid endless change. And no matter what pace your own life moves at, no matter how much pressure or uncertainty surrounds you, remember Aching, the quiet dancer who maintained clarity and composure in every circumstance. And this kind of strength burns more steadily than fire. It shines like a vivid emerald principle, illuminating the darkness not through force, but through unwavering presence. Nas the night grows deeper, allow these images of branches, humid air, and invisible boundaries to settle gently within your thoughts /and do not fear the speed of the future. As long as you preserve an inner rhythm that belongs solely to you, you possess the foundation needed to endure any challenge /and may your dreams carry you beyond distant horizons into that tranquil rainforest realm, where you and a Qing may meet once more in silence /and sleep now. Every pursuit has come to rest. Every worry dissolves into stillness like ripples fading across calm water /and may your night be gentle, peaceful, and filled with deep restorative dreams.